Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Always.
Awesome. So today we're going to tackle branding.
Branding. Such a crucial topic for, well, just about anyone trying to make a splash, right?
You got it. And, to get us going, we've got this really interesting snippet. It's like a condensed crash course on branding.
I'm intrigued. Lay it on us.
Okay, here goes. Branding is the process of creating a unique name and image for a product or a company in the consumer's mind, primarily through advertising campaigns with a consistent theme. Okay, so far so good.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's all about standing out, making a mark.
Right? And it continues, it's about creating recognition and ensuring that your brand stands out clearly in the target audience's consciousness. So not just any recognition, but memorable recognition.
Exactly. And how do they say that happens?
This is often achieved by developing a strong visual identity, such as logos, colors, and typography, and by consistently communicating the company's values and personality through all marketing channels.
Ugh. The classic visual identity trio: logos, colors, typography. They're like the building blocks of a brand's visual language, wouldn't you say?
Totally. I mean, think about the Apple logo, right?
Hmm.
Simple, elegant, instantly recognizable. It just screams Apple.
Yeah, and it goes beyond just being recognizable. It evokes feelings, aspirations even. Like
Yeah.
owning an Apple product makes you feel like you're part of something, innovative, cool.
Totally. Okay, so back to our definition. The last part says, effective branding helps build loyalty and can increase the value of the company by giving it an extra dimension beyond the physical products or services that the company offers. So it's not just about the product itself, but the feeling, the story, the whole package,
Absolutely. It's about forging that emotional connection with the consumer, makes them feel like they belong.
like they're part of a tribe.
Exactly. And that, my friend, is what builds loyalty.
Makes sense. Now, our definition really hammers home the importance of consistent themes in advertising campaigns. So how crucial is consistency in branding, really?
Oh, it's everything. Consistency builds trust, familiarity. Imagine if Coca-Cola suddenly changed their iconic red and white logo in that cursive font. People would be like, what? Is this even Coke
It'd
anymore?
be jarring, right?
Uh-uh.
Like seeing a zebra with polka dots instead of stripes.
Exactly. Think of it like building a house. Consistency is the foundation. It's what makes your brand, well, solid, reliable.
I like that analogy. And it seems like that consistency applies to, well, everything, right?
Yeah.
From the visuals we talked about, logos, colors, to the messaging, the tone of voice, the whole vibe.
Absolutely. Every touch point a customer has with your brand should be consistent with the image and values you're trying to project. Website, social media, packaging, even customer service.
Right.
It all needs to be singing from the same hymn sheet, so to speak.
Gotcha. So about those visuals, the source specifically mentioned logos, colors, and typography.
Huh.
Why are these elements so powerful when it comes to creating a brand identity?
Visuals are processed by our brains much faster than text. They make an immediate impact, create a gut feeling. Like seeing the Nike swoosh, you instantly think athleticism, pushing limits, victory, all those emotions packed into that one swoosh.
It's almost subconscious, isn't it? You see a color, a shape, a font, and boom, a whole set of associations pops into your head.
Exactly. Colors are particularly potent. Red, for instance, is often associated with energy, passion, excitement. That's why you see it used by brands like Red Bull or Ferrari. It's a way to visually communicate those attributes.
Oh, that's interesting. So there's a reason I always feel a little more energized after a can of Red Bull. It's not just the caffeine.
Maybe, maybe not. But it's definitely a testament to the power of color in branding. And then there's typography. The font you choose can say a lot about your brand personality. A classic serif font might convey tradition, reliability, like a bank or a law firm, while a funky, modern sans serif font might be more appropriate for a tech startup or a fashion brand.
So it's like choosing the right outfit for your brand.
Exactly. You wouldn't wear a tuxedo to a pool party, right?
Definitely not. Okay, so we've talked about the importance of consistency, visuals, creating that instant recognition. But branding goes deeper than that, right?
Yeah.
Our source mentioned communicating company values and personality. How does a brand express those more intangible things?
That's where things get really interesting. It's all about storytelling. Think about Patagonia. Their commitment to sustainability and environmental activism is woven into everything they do, from their product design to their marketing campaigns to their support for grassroots organizations. They're not just selling outdoor gear, they're selling a way of life, a set of values.
It's about aligning your actions with your message, walking the walk.
Exactly. And that authenticity resonates with consumers, especially nowadays when people are more discerning about the brands they support. They want to know what a company stands for, what they believe in.
And that brings us to this concept I've heard about, brand archetypes. What are those exactly?
Brand archetypes are these universal kind of like personality patterns that help consumers quickly grasp a brand's essence. They're based on Jungian psychology, but don't worry, you don't need a PhD to understand them.
Okay, good. So can you give us an example of a brand archetype?
Sure, let's take the explorer archetype. Think of brands like Jeep or National Geographic. They're all about adventure, discovery, pushing boundaries. Their marketing plays on these themes, appealing to people who crave those experiences.
So it's about tapping into these deep-seated desires and aspirations that we all have.
Precisely. By aligning your brand with an archetype, you create a shortcut to understanding and connection with your audience. It's like speaking their language on a deeper level.
Makes sense. And, ultimately, it all comes back to that last point in our definition, that effective branding builds loyalty and increases company value. How exactly does that happen?
Think about a brand like Harley Davidson. They've built such a strong brand identity, a sense of community, that people literally tattoo their logo on their bodies. It's more than just a motorcycle. It's a lifestyle, a brotherhood.
It's a powerful statement of belonging.
Exactly. And that kind of loyalty translates to sales, word-of-mouth marketing, and a willingness to pay a premium for products from a brand you trust and identify with.
It's that intangible value that a strong brand creates. So to wrap up, branding is all about creating a unique identity, using visuals and storytelling to communicate values and personality, and building an emotional connection that leads to loyalty and increased value.
Spot on. And now, for our listeners out there, a little something to ponder. Think about a brand you absolutely love. What is it about their branding that really speaks to you? What deeper meaning or emotion are they tapping into?
That's a great question to leave everyone with. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of branding. It's been enlightening.
My pleasure. Until next time.
See you then.